Happy Knitters, welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 31. 31. So we have a few new viewers, Jordan, so let's reintroduce ourselves as we try to do each time we're on the podcast. My name is Yolanda.
I'm Jordan.
And we live right outside of Dallas, Texas with my husband, my son Dante, who's 17, Jordan,
who's 14.
And Alexis, who is 5. Alexis is back in her room at the moment. So you guys who have watched us for a long time knows that from time to time she pops in on the episodes and we never really know when that's going to happen. But we're going to the library after this. So that's her incentive to kind of keep it down a little bit. So it is Saturday,
May 3rd.
May 3rd. We're podcasting on a Saturday. We usually do it on Sundays, but yeah, this is a better day for us for this week. Jordan has had me busy chauffeuring him back and forth from band this, band that. So he had band camp this week. So
I'm tired.
He's tired. I'm tired. We're all tired. Okay. But it is a beautiful day today, guys. If you're in the Dallas area, you know that. So yeah, it's a good day to go out and do some gardening, which I have not started my garden this year. I'm behind.
It's May.
It's May. It's May. The good thing is that, you know, Texas weather, we have lots of good summers. Alexis just opened the door.
I need a tissue.
She will do anything to try, bless you, to get on this podcast. So she says she needs a tissue. Let's see what happens. Hold, please. Okay, so we are back. She's going to stay in her room, I think. She wants to go to the library. She needs to stay in her room. So anyway, so, yeah. I feel a little out of practice, even though it hadn't been that long.
4 weeks.
4 weeks? Yeah, we try to do 3, but guys, you know, sometimes it just doesn't happen. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. I don't think this is going to be a really long episode, which is great because the last one was over an hour long. And I try to keep them between 30 and 40 minutes if I can, because I know you guys, your time is valuable to you as it is to us. And also, if you guys are a new viewer to our podcast, welcome. And if you are liking what you are seeing, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And also join our Ravelry group, which we have Happy Knits. I'm Happy Knits everywhere on social media. That's Facebook, that's Instagram, that's also on Ravelry as well. And we do have a
following. We
do have a small following. Yeah. Okay. So let's get started. So as always with our podcast, I always like to start off with KnitCrate. I'm an ambassador to KnitCrate, and some of you guys probably have seen some of these already on other podcasts. But let's go ahead and get started on that. This is the This is the April KnitCrate subscription. April. And Jordan, show those.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a little bio on this. Is it focusing?
It's blown out.
It's blown out a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay, a lot of bit. But we got lights all over the place today. So anyway, I love the cover of the catalog this month. It's cute. Beautiful, vibrant colors. And we got this color right here. So for the month of April, the theme is entomology. Entomology.
Or is that bugs?
Bugs. Bugs.
Bugs.
So it said that KnitCrate is introducing a new yarn in 2 vibrant colors. Is that 85%? What's the make on that one?
85% merino wool, 15% cashmere.
Yes, 15% cashmere. And so that is, what color is that, Jordan?
Leaf eater.
Leaf eater.
Caterpillar?
You can get ladybug or you can get leaf eater. We got leaf eater.
It's a caterpillar, basically.
It's cute. So anyway, this is the crochet pattern for the month. It's beautiful. Chrysalis, which that is the beginning form of a butterfly. Huh?
Just egg, caterpillar, then chrysalis.
Oh, did I say that wrong? What's a chrysalis? After
it's what the caterpillar gets in, and then it comes out
as a butterfly. That's okay. Well, I meant when I said that at the beginning, I meant the beginning. So anyway, and then for the knit pattern, we are looking at Canopy by Destiny Mayer, and that's a beautiful pattern too. So I think that's the ladybug color that you could get if you didn't want this color. Okay, so like I said, always, I'm in love with KnitCrate's subscription. So these two I'm going to come back to in just a little bit, but these are going to be giveaways for our KAL that we're having, our Shawl KAL. So I'm going to give those away this month. For
this month?
No,
next month.
Next month. Next month. Next month.
It's June, right?
It's June. That is correct. Okay, now let's showcase the KnitCrate subscription, which is, what's the name of the yarn, Jordan?
It's Uru yarn.
Uru yarn.
Uru. Its colorway is Shield Bug. It's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 100 grams, 400 yards.
So they say this yarn retails for $24 US. So it's gorgeous. I love. Okay, I like KnitCrate's, standard membership, but I really love their sock membership. I have not been disappointed. And this is the pattern that they have showcased. What was that? A squirrel?
Yeah.
Running across the squirrels. This is Undergrass by Stephanie Voyer. Isn't that a beautiful pattern? That is absolutely gorgeous. So anyway, as always, if you... Oh, did you show it?
No.
To him? I'm sorry. That looks good.
Nice rotation.
That looks good. Great. So as always, if you want to try out KnitCrate, there is a 20% discount code that we'll put up top. Happy Knits. Oh no, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah, you're good. Happy 20, and you will get 20% off of your first subscription with KnitCrate. Okay. Next up is going to be. I'm gonna put that down there. Next up, I want to talk about. We always try to do a question of the day for each episode. And what's the question of the day this time, Jordan?
Have you ever counted the skeins in your stash?
So if you follow me on Instagram, you will know that I did a quick count of how many skeins of fingering weight yarn that I have. And I honestly thought that I had more than what I had. So I was pleasantly surprised. Still, it's ridiculous, but pleasantly surprised. I have a little over 100 skeins of fingering weight yarn, which means I need to get to knitting, and I need to stop buying. That's the problem.
100.
100. I'm gonna have to insure my yarn. Does anybody else do that? Do you, like, on your insurance policy, do you have it called out, or is that just kind of ridiculous? Anyway,
Yarn.
That's a good value though. Anyway, so yes, so you guys comment below if you have ever counted the skeins in your stash, and if you want to share how much you have of each, that would be
feel free to.
That would be interesting too. So I won't feel alone, right? Okay.
2000.
So guys, as you may have seen on some other podcasts, there is a trending pattern called the HATDANA.
HATDANA.
Oh, it is HATDANA. No, it's HATDANA.
HATDANA.
I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But anyway, it is by Denis Bayron, and I am in love with this pattern just like everybody else is in love with this pattern. Her photography on her pattern is absolutely amazing. And anyway, I bought this pattern right when it came out because as you can see, I usually wear a bun up top or a puff up top, and generally hats don't work for me on a normal basis, But with this HATDANA, there are several ways you can wear this bandana type, knitted type a hat. And she shows that in her patterns as well. So I'm excited to get to knit this pattern. But also, Denise has graciously donated a pattern to the podcast. And so I am excited to be able to feature this on this podcast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a question in my Ravelry group. I'm going to title it HATDANA or HATDANA, however you pronounce it. And I want to know, if you can knit this pattern, what yarn would you knit it in and what color would it be? So that's the prompt. That's the prompt for this giveaway, and I will draw a winner from the discussion board, and on the next podcast I will announce that winner to you. I'll probably keep it open for a couple of weeks and then close the thread, and then, like I said, come back and draw a winner, okay, with random number generator. But anyway, I'm excited to be able to give this pattern out, and like I said, I don't think you guys will be disappointed in it, because it is beautifully written, and it's just a beautiful hat for all occasions. Okay, all right. Jordan, what are you doing? And I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, he's been yawning before we even started the podcast. So if you know us and have watched us for a long time, that's one of our themes throughout this podcast is Jordan wanting to sleep. But to be in his defense, I will say this has been a really, really busy week for him. So yeah, but it's been busy for me too, but I never yawn on the podcast. So anyway, I want to talk real briefly about my friend Alana, who is PoppyandBug on Instagram. She is she lives really close to me, and she reached out to me after she saw me at DFW Fiber Fest, and we have since gotten together a couple times to knit and chat, and I absolutely love her. It's nice to have a knitting friend that is really close by. We've met a couple of times at the local library, and we're trying to get a chance to maybe start a little formal get together, maybe once a month, once a week or once
every 2 weeks.
Because it's hard for people. I work outside the home, and she's a busy mom as well, and it's hard sometimes to get together during the week. For me, weeknights work better. For some people, weekdays work better. So we may try to get together on the weekend, one Saturday a month. So if you guys are local to the North Texas area and you wouldn't mind driving up here around the Flower Mound, Louisville area, Denton area, please let me know. Send me a message on Ravelry and let me know if that's something that you would be interested in, maybe meeting once a month. I think that would be something that would be really nice to be able to have a community of knitting friends that we've met together through this podcast, etc. So yeah, anyway, like I said, her name is Alana and her Instagram is PoppyandBug, and she has really good photos of her work on Instagram. So I have to take a momentary commercial break because of Alexis again. Did she open the door? No. Okay.
It was a bag.
Okay. Anyway. Oh gosh. So anyway, also through Alana, I met Natalie, who has her own podcast, Knitty Natty. And she's also in the DFW area. And if you guys have not had an opportunity to check out Natalie's podcast, please do that, because she's such a breath of fresh air, and she's a teacher, and you know how hard our teachers work for our children. So you guys check her out. He's waving at you. He's waving at you, Natalie. So please, I'll leave her information in the description box below. So if you guys want to check her out, that would be awesome. I'm looking forward to one day getting to meet her. So yeah, it'd be great. It would be awesome, Natalie. Let's get together.
Awesome sauce.
Awesome sauce. Okay, now let's talk about
The KAL.
the KAL.
Uh-huh.
What's the name of the KAL, Jordan? You named it.
I don't remember. Don't stall any of your shawl, KAL.
Don't stall enter your shawl CAL. So I started this CAL. I usually, like I said in the last podcast, I usually will not have specifics when it comes to what you can knit during our CALs, because I don't know everybody's experience and I don't want to block people from not being able to participate. But guys, I have been working on a shawl. I'm a big sock knitter. Not necessarily a shawl knitter, so I started a shawl, and I'll show it to you in just a second, but I wanted something to be able to push me to finish this shawl in a timely manner, because if I didn't, it'll be next year before I finish this shawl. So I have been really excited to see all of the, what?
Is it busy?
I've been busy, but I've been really excited to see all of the entries in the chatter thread. You guys are amazing, and I think we have 7 as of last night, 7 finished shawls. So you have until June the 7th to finish your shawls and enter those into the thread so that you can be eligible for prizes. So I'm going to show you. So far, I've got some other things that are going to be coming for the prizes, but so far, you saw this in the last episode, and I apologize for the crinkling. I should have been more prepared. This is a skein from Rebel Purl. It is in her 5x5 colorway. It is on her worsted weight base, and look at that pretty purple. So you guys would be able to knit anything you wanted out of this. I probably would knit a hat out of it because I think it's absolutely a beautiful colorway, and I don't know. I just love it. So anyway, this is 100% superwash merino, 100 grams, and it's about 218 yards. So that's one of the prizes for this CAL as well. And then I was working on a couple of bags for myself, and I decided to go ahead and make one for the CAL as well. It is a drawstring bag, and it is this bag, and it's a little bit darker than the lights are showing, but that's okay. You guys get the gist of it. So it's a drawstring bag, and it would be great for a one skein project. It is lined, and it will stand up on its own if you want it to. And it does feature a pocket on the inside, so you can drop your little trinkets in there if you need to. So I'm donating that as well to the podcast, the CAL. So that's another prize. And I think I have, like I said, and then the skeins of yarn from the KnitCrate that we just got. So I'm not going to split these up. This will actually be one prize because I want somebody to be able to make something with it. So like I said, the lights are blowing it out, but it's almost a minty green color. So I think that'll be gorgeous. And I think I have some other things coming as well. Now, if you are a maker and you guys would like to donate prizes to the podcast, please get in touch with me and we can get that going.
Sorted.
Yep.
Out.
Sorted out. Okay, so with that being said, I am going to go ahead and go to finished objects. Oh, I'm sorry. The other prize that I'm going to do for the CAL is I'm going to donate one of my Happy Knits logo shirts. So if you are a winner, you have the possibility of winning one of these Happy Knits logo t-shirts, and I'll explain a little bit more about that later in the podcast when we talk about the shop update. Okay, so with that being said, there are 2 other shawl CALs that are going along right now, and I want you to be able to take advantage of not just my CAL, but to go ahead and enter. If you're gonna knit a shawl, you might as well just spread the love, right? So there's two other CALs that my friends are hosting. One is the Slow Knitter. Hi Rena, how are you doing? She has a shawl CAL that started in January. So you guys go out to her Ravelry thread. She has it out there. It's called the 2019 Shawl CAL, and find out the details on that, and just go ahead and enter the shawl that you're knitting for my KAL and her KAL as well. And then also there's Deborah with the Diary of a Physicist Farm Gal. She has a podcast that she is co-hosting with, and let me get this right. Let me grab my phone so I don't want to
mess it up.
I don't want to mess it up. But what I love her the name of her KAL. The name of her KAL is I Like Big Shawls and I Cannot Lie, which is a reference to Baby Got Back. I'm gonna need for you to wake up. You kind of you're bringing me down. Anyway, so she is co-hosting that shawl with Vanessa from the Historian Knits, and I don't know the details specifically of that KAL, but I'm also going to link Deborah's Ravelry group thread at the bottom so that you guys can go ahead and check that out as well. So like I said, double dip my KAL, Rena's KAL, and Deborah's KAL, and then that way you guys increase your chances of winning prizes.
That's a triple dip.
It's a triple dip. It's a triple dip. Jordan, do I have any finished objects?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Miracle.
It's a miracle? Seriously? Okay, I do complete some things. It may take me months, but I do complete knitted objects. Okay, so if you have been watching the KAL for the last few months, and I say few months, I am finally finished with my husband's socks. Now, these sock blockers, of course, do not fit his feet because he wears a size 14, US 14. And these I knit. I didn't weave in the end yet, but they are still completed. So these are knit with my normal recipe of 2x2 Flegel heel. I use my Chalgu needles, US size 1, 2.25 millimeter, and they're toe up. And I did, I think I actually forgot and messed up on the count of the ribbing. I was trying to aim for 20 rows. I think I got to 20 rows when I was counting my stitches up. So it's pretty close, if not. But I got tired of knitting these socks, guys. So these socks are a little bit shorter than I would normally knit his socks. I probably would have gone up to about right here. But when you have size 14 feet, yeah, they take forever. So the yarn is Turtle Purl in her colorway dark grayscale. And as always, Turtle Purl, she gives you 2 identical skeins so that you can make matching socks. Now my tension on one of these socks, and you really cannot tell, they do look matchy from here for the most part. I did get off a little bit on one of the socks, but it's perfectly fine, and my husband is not going to care, and I'm not one of those people that freak out when my socks don't match exactly. So yes, guys, a completed pair of socks. So check those out. I still love the Flegel heel. It fits everybody in my house, and there's no reason for me really to change. I mean, like I said, I do like the Fish Lips Kiss heel. I did use it once, but yeah. And if you are a new sock knitter, I would highly recommend the Flegel heel because there's no wraps and turns. It's somewhat like a short heel construction, but I think it's really easy for the beginner knitter, and I do have a tutorial out there for 2 at a time with the Flegel heel if you guys want to check that out. But anyway, so those are my completed socks. Okay, so that is my only finished object for this go round.
Yes, one.
Give me credit. Gimme. Thank you.
Clap.
Give me my credit. So, since we are working on a shawl, I'm working on my shawl. So I finished Steven's sock so I could devote a good amount of time to this. Now I just finished his sock, so I haven't gone a long way on these on this shawl, but I can't remember where I was the last time, but we are making progress. We are making progress. So the blue is Primrose yarn. I can see your face here. Yeah, Primrose yarn, and it is in the Betty Davis Eyes. And then I am alternating every couple of rows with this skein from 3 Irish Girls. It's called what was it called, Jordan? What is it called? Spellbound. Spellbound. Anyway, so I thought that those would be a really good, those two colors would really complement each other, and I'm actually really,
and they do.
They really do. I'm very happy with the way this is coming out. And if you guys have never knit a shawl, this is a free pattern on Ravelry called the Allspice Shawl, and it is really a basic, easy pattern. So if you are interested, if you are new to knitting or new to shawl knitting, this would be a great pattern to get into. And it is by Lisa Myers, and this is what it looks like. And I love the spine down the middle. I think that's such a beautiful texture. So that information will be in the description box below as well. And I've got my skeins in my sock, yarn socks, which I love them. I absolutely love them. So I got those at DFW Fiber Fest as well. Okay, so guys, like I said, this is going to be a huge shawl, but that's okay because it's just, this yarn feels amazing, and I have until June the 7th to finish it. So that's why we started the KAL, right, Jordan?
Yeah, that's the day we got out last year, I think.
Yeah, you get out earlier. You get out in May this year before Memorial Day, which is great. Anyway, so this is living in my owl bag that a beautiful viewer sent to me, because you guys know I love owls. Okay, so I haven't really been working on anything else, but I am gonna show you guys. I finally started, and I'm not even remotely.
Yay.
I started these last night for Jordan. Let's see if I can get these to look halfway decent, because I'm on the toes. I started my 4 at a time socks, and although you really can't see a whole lot because I'm at the very beginning, these two here are the toes. I knit my socks toe up, and these are chicken coop dye work in her Germinate colorway, and this is Brazen Stitchery in their colorway, the Dallas Cowboys Go Cowboys colorway. So I'm doing 4 at a time. And I have to say, I thought that this 60-inch cord might be an issue, but it is actually plenty long enough for these socks. So, so far the yarn management has been fine on these. I've had to untwist a couple of times, but I do that also with my 2 at a time, so that's not really anything different for me. So I'm excited because like I said, if I'm gonna knit these socks, if I'm gonna knit socks that are the same size and I can get them done all at once, I think that is a win-win. Now, would I continue to do 4 at a time all the time? Probably not, because think about it, you're doing 4 at a time, so it's going to take twice as long. So, but when you're done, right? So I don't know. Like I said, I'm enjoying the process because it's not any different for me than my normal 2 at a time toe up. I'm using my ChalGoo needles, which they are my favorite. I'm going to get the interchangeable set, which I'm excited about. But these are size 1,
60 inches.
Size 1, 2.25 millimeter, and like I said, a 60-inch cord. And so
60 inch.
60 inches. So anyway,
no.
Yes.
60 inches is 5 feet.
That's a 60-inch cord.
The cord's 5 feet long.
Oh, we think so. Well, no. 60. Yeah, 60.
Oh, maybe so.
Yeah, because here's my ruler, and this is half. Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Doesn't look like
I don't know
5
why
feet.
when he asks me these questions, he makes me doubt myself. But he does. Anyway, so I've got them. The way that I'm trying to manage these is I have two bags. One set has 2 balls of 2 skeins, and one set has the other 2. So that way I can manage them by once I need to switch the yarns because they've gotten tangled, I can just move the bags around, and then within each bag I can untwist the skeins if I need to. So I finally have started those. I talked about that last year for the first time, so I'm finally doing that. Okay. All right, Jordan, what else is on our list? Like I said, this is not going to be a long podcast, so we'll give you guys back some time. Oh, I do want to briefly talk about last episode. I talked about these this yarn, Two Guys Yarn Company, and this is my first purchase of tweed. So in the last episode, I said that this was 85% blue face Lister and BFL, and then 15% nylon or Donegal. And so I thought that was nylon, and you know, I'm so glad that I've got viewers that will educate me. So the Donegal is the little bits they say that are in the bits are Donegal. But what was weird about it is if you look at this, let's see if it'll focus. It says, oh, this is gonna focus. Hold on. It says nylon. Nep nylon. So now I'm wondering, does this have any nylon in it? So let me see if I can get this closer so that you guys can see this. Jordan. Is it not going to focus? Focus, focus. Anyway, I think the lights are blowing it out.
We have liftoff.
We have liftoff. Let's see if I turn it. There we go. 15% Donegal Nep nylon. So you guys let me know. I'm still gonna use them for socks. Because the gentleman, Gene and David, he had a pair at his booth where he's had those that sock for a very long time. So I know that it's possible. But anyway, I know that, you know, generally speaking, socks should have a little bit of nylon in it. So yeah. Anyway, this is in his, since I'm showing it again, this is in his colorway Fog Advisory, which is a beautiful color. So you guys let me know about that, okay? And Jordan, I think we're winding down. So like I said, this is going to be a quick episode. So last but not least is my shop update. So you can still order these shirts if you want a Happiness logo shirt. It's just that it's going to be in the shop from this point forward. Just know that if you order, there's a 2-week turnaround time on those. But other than that, they're going to be available from this point forward. And guys, I finally got my pins in, my logo pins in. My enamel pins. So I'm going to show you that. I'm very excited about it. They did a really good job on the logo, which is exactly my logo. And this one has 2 pins to it to secure it to your bag. But like I said, I'm very, very happy about how those came out. And if you guys are interested in those pins, please go to my Etsy shop, and the link will be in the description box below for me as well. I am trying my best to get some bags listed in my shop I haven't really had a whole lot of time to sew, so that's something. Yeah, so that's something that I'm going to be working on. So I think that's it, Jordan. Oh, so for these shirts, they come in sizes small through 4X, and they come in black, purple, heather, aqua, and cherry pink.
How about red?
I think I'm gonna order. You can get red if you like red. It's your standard red color. I think I'm gonna order myself a red one too, because red is my favorite color. And yeah, I like red. I like red a lot. Is that all, Jordan? I felt like we ran through this episode real quick.
Oh, it says 21 minutes on this segment, so wow. 21 plus 11.
So maybe not super short, but yet still.
It was still a podcast length.
It was still a podcast length. Oh, okay. So let's talk about me teaching Alexis how to knit. So I started it, and she did very well. She's a very eager student, so no. But I tried to minimize it in short bursts so that she wouldn't get frustrated or tired. I think I need to get her a pair of needles that actually fit her hands, because the ones that I have are really long. So I switched her to a pair of circular needles, and she can wrap the yarn. I think she just has trouble pulling it back through on a knit stitch. So I'm working with her on that. But yeah, she did really well. This one here cut his finger or hand a couple of times, so that's his excuse for not knitting. And you guys know on the last episode he said he was going to knit.
Delete the footage.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
You still you need to make good on what you said.
Oh yeah.
You going to, right?
Yeah, eventually.
So
it takes years.
God, it's so beautiful outside, guys.
I'm gonna go out.
So I'm gonna end this we're gonna end this podcast. I'm gonna take Alexis to the library so she can grab some books and play in the little children's area. And I'm going to knit on Jordan's socks, which I think is a good thing to do. No, you know what? I take that back. Actually, for the time, knitting is not the best travel knitting at all. So I actually think I may go ahead and do start a dishcloth, because I said I'm gonna try to do the Yarn Hoarders dishcloth challenge this year, kind of lazily. That's not a word. Is it? Lazily. I'm not gonna do it like hardcore, but I am going to try to knit down my cotton stash too, because I do have a cotton stash as well. And I think what she's doing is great in order to but to knit down your cotton yarn. So I think I'll do a dishcloth. That'll be something easy and portable. These 4 at a time socks are going to stay here, because 2 bags switching back and forth and managing the yarn in a public setting is not the best knitting. Okay? Or I'll take my shawl. I'll probably take my shawl, because I need to get a little bit further on that. Yeah, my shawl. Okay, guys, this has been a quick, hopefully informative podcast. Like I said, I feel a little off kilter.
Yeah, it's been too long.
And yeah, our energy level is not as normal as it's not as high as it normally would be, and I can feel that. But anyway, I hope that you guys will come back for the next episodes. We'll be sure to be our cheerier selves in the next one. So hopefully. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.